This is Chapter 10, Chemical Bonding. Moving right along. We're going to talk about bonding models and molecule shapes. And here's just a little example. Your book gives a lot more details about this, so if you're interested in this, be sure to read it. Back in 1989, researchers discovered the structure of Hiv protease. So HIV really we became aware of that in the early 80s, and they started doing research on it. And they were able to figure out the structure of it. This is this gold squiggly thing in here. That's HIV protease. In order for the HIV virus to reproduce, it has to have that protease. It's a type of an enzyme. And so, one strategy that they look at in developing new drugs is, okay, what does this virus need to reproduce and cause the damage that it causes, and how can we shut that down? So because they were able to figure out the structure of this protease, then they were able to investigate drugs that would come in here and sit in the active site of the enzyme and deactivate the enzyme. And so the bonding theories were used to simulate how these drugs might interact. Instead of just, kind of randomly trying drugs on HIV-positive people and seeing if it helps, we're trying to narrow it down to, we think this one might work and this one might work. Actually, they try it on non-humans first. But to see which one is going to get rid of or disable this protease. And so they found this molecule indinavir, and this is a protease inhibitor. And there's actually a bunch more of them now. And these protease inhibitors do not cure HIV, but they kind of stop it in its tracks. And so now people who are unfortunate enough to be HIV positive, if they take, the drugs and take care of themselves, they can often live a very normal life and have a normal lifespan. And so this is, just a hugely good thing. And it comes about because of chemistry and because of bonding models and looking at shapes of molecules. So bonding theories help us to predict how atoms bond together to form molecules. They'll help us to predict what combinations form compounds, which combinations don't. They help us predict formulas, and they explain shapes. And the shapes of molecules have a great deal to do with their physical and chemical properties. And so it's that shape of that indinavir that is very important for shutting down the protease. So one theory we're going to look at is Lewis theory. Lewis theory doesn't work for everything, but it's simple, it's easy to understand, and it works for a lot of things. And so it's a good one for a beginning chemistry class.